to Midday Update. Coming up are the headlines for the day. Oman able to control debt despite economic fluctuations in the world, says His Majesty. Sultan's special force to celebrate annual day. Police search for missing crew members after boat catches fire. Senior Chinese diplomat to meet US National Security Advisor. Indian Prime Minister Modi wishes Obama quick recovery from COVID-19. 5 Indian students killed in road mishap in Canada. India versus Sri Lanka, an uphill task for visitors as hosts set a massive target. Bangladesh makes history with first World Cup win. Those were the headlines. We'll take a short break and we'll be back with the COVID-19 updates and the local stories for the day. Stay tuned.
The advancement of the Fourth Industrial Revolution has given rise to a digital economy where humans and machines collaborate to leap ahead on innovation and profitability through the use of artificial intelligence. In the banking and financial sector, Nebula AI can enable applications to boost risk management, improve data-backed decisions and security, and enhance customer experiences. Banks could automate routine tasks, accelerate risk calculations and fraud detection, and enhance customer service with conversational AI. AI is changing all the rules of how companies operate. Let us help you get there.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
We at TTV are coming up with a new show. In which we'll be discussing about retail, hospitality, aviation, education, and various other sectors so that you keep abreast of all the latest updates in the country. So let's talk every Monday at 8 p.m.
Welcome back. Now for the COVID-19 updates. 0 new COVID-19 related deaths have been registered in the Sultanate. Meanwhile, 186 new cases of coronavirus were registered, which brings the total number of positive COVID-19 cases to 386,646. Now for the local stories. His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq said that despite the crisis in the world during the past 2 years, whether from fluctuations in the economy or due to paralysis of the economic movement, Oman was able to continue with its programs that were announced last year and were able to control its debt with prudent physical measures. His Majesty the Sultan met on Sunday with a number of sheikhs of the governorates of Muscat, South Al-Bathana and Musandam at Al-Alam Palace and stressed their role in consolidating the understanding and loyalty to the country. His Majesty said that the governors have a very important role in this era, pointing to the disparity of population in the governorates and stating that a balance and equity was maintained in setting budgets for each governorate, according to Oman News Agency. Small and medium enterprises are being directly supported and they, in turn, provide more than one job. With regard to the Sultan Qaboos port, it will be operated in a way that meets the tourism and commercial needs as well. His Majesty the Sultan also said that there are indications of developing the Wadi Dika Dam and some ports in the South Al-Bathana Governorate after rehabilitation. We follow closely the issue of cost of living and matters that affect the life of the citizen, and we always follow them on a daily basis, whether through reports issued by the National Center for Statistics and Information or what officials report to us directly, and we are determined to follow up on these matters firsthand. He said that a re-examination of dams connecting the governorates as well as a study of the new site in the Musandam Governorate had been ordered. 50% of the lands are unused, and at the same time there is an increasing demand from citizens, and now we are reconsidering the issue of granting lands to citizens that you intend to build housing for and will not be open to anyone who requests only a land. Sultan Special Force or SSF will celebrate its annual day on Tuesday, March 15, 2022. A statement issued online by Oman news agency said the following. The Sultan Special Force celebrates its annual day tomorrow, which falls on the 15th of March every year. It is moving confidently on the path of development and modernization at all organizational, administrative and armament levels. The Royal Oman Police or ROP is continuing its search operations for one of the missing crew members of the boat that caught fire off the beach of the Vilayat of Dalkut in Dhofar Governorate. The Coast Guard Police, led by the Dhofar Governorate Police, expanded their search operations for one of the missing crew members who was exposed to a fire late last Thursday off the beach of Dalkut, ROP said in a statement. The Coast Guard Police was able to rescue the rest of the boat crew, which numbered 14 people of Asian nationality, all of whom are in good health. Coordination was also made with the Environment Authority to avoid any environmental damage. There was a report from a citizen about seeing a fire at sea, after which the Coast Guard Police boats moved to the site, where it then became clear that a fire broke out in a boat belonging to an Asian country. Those on board were rescued and taken to the shore. Those are the local stories. We'll take a short commercial break and we'll be back with the international news and sports stories. Stay tuned.
The advancement of the Fourth Industrial Revolution has given rise to a digital economy where humans and machines collaborate to leap ahead on innovation and profitability through the use of artificial intelligence. In the banking and financial sector, Nebula AI can enable applications to boost risk management, improve data-backed decisions and security, and enhance customer experiences. Banks could automate routine tasks, accelerate risk calculations and fraud detection, and enhance customer service with conversational AI. AI is changing all the rules of how companies operate. Let us help you get there.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Looking for that ease of living in this beautiful country? Watch our weekly show Tea Talk every Wednesday at 8 p.m. where we'll be discussing latest news, updates, and what's buzzing on the social media.
Welcome back to Midday Update. Now for the international stories. A member of the Political Bureau of the Communist Party of China Central Committee, Yang Jiechi, will meet U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan on Monday in Rome. Yang, who is also the director of the Office of the Foreign Affairs Commission of the CPC Central Committee, will exchange views with Sullivan on China-U.S. relations and international and regional issues of common concern. Key issues of the meeting include the implementation of the important consensus reached by the Chinese and US heads of state in their virtual summit in November last year. The two sides have been in contact on the matter since late last year, stayed in communication about the meeting and set a time for the meeting according to their schedules. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Monday wished former US President Barack Obama a quick recovery after he tested positive for COVID-19. My best wishes, Barack Obama, for your quick recovery from COVID-19 and for your family's good health and well-being, Prime Minister Modi tweeted. Obama on Sunday announced that he was tested positive for COVID-19. Taking to Twitter, the former US President informed that his wife, former First Lady Michelle Obama, has tested negative. Barack Obama served as the 44th President of the United States. In a heartbreaking tragedy, 5 Indian students were killed in a road accident in Canada, said India's High Commissioner Ajay Bisaria on Monday, adding that 2 others were injured and were hospitalized. The accident occurred on Saturday on the Ontario Highway and 2 injured students were rushed to the hospital. Taking to Twitter, Ajay Bisaria expressed deepest condolences to the families of the victims. According to Quint West Ontario Provincial Police, the deceased students were identified as Harpreet Singh, Jaspinder Singh, Karan Pal Singh, Mohit Chauhan and Pawan Kumar. They were travelling west in a passenger van on Highway 401 Saturday morning when they collided with a tractor-trailer at around 3:45 a.m. The investigation into the crash remains ongoing and no changes have been made. And now for the sports stories. Visitors need 419 more runs to win as they score 28 for 1 going into stumps on day 2 of the second test being played here at the Chinnaswamy Stadium. Resuming the post-dinner sessions at 199 for 5, the Indian team went past the 200-run mark. The duo of Shreyas Iyer and Ravindra Jadeja battled well to notch up the second half-century stand of the Indian innings. Shreyas Iyer carried on from where he left in the previous innings when he scored 92. Iyer went on to score his half-century, making his second score of 50+ in the match. India declared the second innings at 303 for 9 with Shami remaining unbeaten on 16. Hosts set visitors a mammoth 447-run target. Chasing a mammoth 447-run target, Lankans were dealt with an early blow as Jasprit Bumrah dismissed Lahiru Thirimanne's leg before wicket for a duck of the third ball of the innings. Earlier in the day, Sri Lanka resumed day 2 at 86 for 6 but could only add 9 runs to the overnight score and lost the wicket of Lasith Embuldenia, caught behind to wicketkeeper Rishabh Pant of Jasprit Bumrah's bowling for 1 to put the visitors in further trouble at 95 for 7. Sri Lankans were bowled out for 109, giving India a 143-run lead as Ashwin dismissed Vishwa Fernando stumped by Pant for 8. Unlike the first innings, Indian openers started off steadily in the second innings as local lad Mayank Agarwal and skipper Rohit Sharma batted steadily to take the team's total to 42. Resuming the post-tea session at 61 for 1, Hanuman Vihari and skipper Rohit Sharma batted steadily to notch up a 50 partnership. The 56-run partnership between Rohit Vihari was broken by right-arm off-break bowler Dhananjay De Silva as dismissed captain Rohit Sharma for 46 left India at 98 for 2. Meanwhile, in this match, Pant became the fastest Indian half-centurion in test matches, breaking Kapil Dev's record who scored his test 50 of 30 balls. Soon after scoring his half-century, Pant was dismissed, caught and bowled by Jayavikrama to leave India at 189 for 5. Ravindra Jadeja came into bat with Shreyas Iyer and the duo took India's total to 199 for 5 going into dinner to extend the lead to 342 runs. Bangladesh secured their first ever ICC Women's Cricket World Cup win as Farhana Hoque, patient 71, steered them to a historic 9-run victory over Pakistan. The batter anchored the Tigresses to 234 for 7 before Fahima Khatun took 3 late wickets to help restrict Pakistan to 225 for 9 despite Sidra Amin's superb 104. Pakistan struggled to keep up with the required run rate and lost regular wickets during the final 10 overs, just as they were looking to up the tempo and never looked favourites to win. They remained without an ICC Women's Cricket World Cup victory in 13 years, while Bangladesh celebrated a major milestone in their development after an impressive all-round display. With batting second the favoured option in Hamilton, it was advantage Pakistan as they won the toss and elected to field. Shamima Sultana was the first batter to fall in the 9th over as she hit Nida Dar straight to mid-wicket for 17, bringing Farhana to the crease. The Tigresses finished the power play on 51 for 1, with Sharmin Akhtar on a run of ball 29, but some miserly bowling from Pakistan slowed her down before she gloved an Umaima Sohail delivery back onto her stumps for 44. That left Bangladesh on 79 for 2 at the beginning of the 20th over, with Farhana on just 8 of 32 deliveries and knowing she now had to step up and anchor the innings. Fortunately for Bangladesh, she did just that. Successive boundaries helped Bangladesh pass 200 in the 44th over, but Romana's 13-ball cameo ended in the next as she held off Nashru Sandhu. Meanwhile, Sidra Amin brought up her maiden ODI century shortly after, but was run out for 104 in the 48th, and though Pakistan needed 16 to win off the last, they fell 9 runs short. Those were the local, international and sports stories for the day. For more updates, stay tuned and keep watching TTV.
You've just heard the live feed from the TTV studios on TFM 95.4. Let's talk.